TVO's Ontario Hubs project is growing again, and tonight we're pleased to welcome a new member to our team. She's Hayley Lewis, who will normally join us from Ottawa, and she'll be covering Indigenous stories across the province for us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, it was about this time last year when we introduced Claude and David, who represent Northeastern and Eastern Ontario. And we had H.G. Watson join the team last fall, so it's very exciting to have you join us today. Tell us a bit about yourself and what kind of led you to this new role.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a bit more fresh out of J school than some might expect. I did just finish my master's in May, but the whole reason that I went to J school to begin with was for Indigenous reporting. So that program has an Indigenous reporting program, which no other campuses across the country did at the time. Now I believe Ryerson has one. So that's kind of been my whole thing for journalism. And then after that, you know, I spent some time with CBC, with Huffington Post as their Indigenous reporter. And yeah, now I'm here. It just kind of seemed like the next logical path.
Nice. Well, we're glad to have you. Now, you recently, as you mentioned, it was a master's of, for people who don't know what J School is, journalism.
Yes, yeah.
You completed your master's of journalism, specializing in First Nations. What was the biggest thing that you learned from that, and any other training that you think will help you in this position?
Yeah, I mean, so my family, my dad's Mohawk from Tyendinaga, and my mom's of Scottish descent. So, you know, working out in BC, it was interesting because I know nothing. At the time, I knew nothing about Coast Salish people, so I learned a lot about just how different each community is. And despite the fact, you know, that I'm Mohawk from Tyendinaga, I don't know as much as I should about other Mohawk communities. So it just taught me really about how different the communities are, but also, you know, there are those similarities as well. But yeah, that reporting in Indigenous communities course, I think, was the biggest teaching for me. And Duncan McHugh has this set of rules that are forever haunting in the back of my mind, where he says, you know, he learned it from an elder, and the rule is basically it's the W4D rule. So try to make your story not only focus on being, if it's about Indigenous people, warrior, drumming, drinking, dancing, or dead. So those are kind of, I like to stay away from those things when reporting. So yeah, I would say those are the biggest takeaways for me, for sure.
You know, we'll go straight into it. A good follow-up is, you know, what are the challenges when it comes to reporting on Indigenous issues in your experience?
I think the biggest thing is people have a hard time getting away from those stereotypes that we hear time and time again. And it's tiring for Indigenous people to see these positive representations in the media when they are hard to find. They're easier to find now, but it hasn't always been that way. I remember the first time, like, I saw a show, it was Mohawk Girls, and I was like, wow, you know, this is amazing. So it's to get those kind of positive stories in the news, I think would just be so incredible. And I think that journalists, often non-Indigenous journalists, you know, struggle to know that protocol is different. And in some situations, you know, it's okay to take a bit more time, or, you know, to make sure that you go through the necessary protocols to respect the community so that you're paving a way for more reporters to be able to come in after and build those better relationships.
Now, you've lived practically in every province.
Yeah.
Tell me, so where have you lived?
Yeah, so started out in Taymouth, New Brunswick, which is a really, really small town. You can't even list us where you're from on Facebook, which is my favorite little anecdote. Hopped around New Brunswick for a bit, out to Nova Scotia, lived outside of Halifax, and then went to high school in Ottawa. Did my undergrad in Quebec at Bishop's in Lennoxville, and then out to Vancouver for my master's, Toronto for the past 6 months, and now I'm heading back to Ottawa. So yeah, lived a bunch of different places, but I have never lived on my community's traditional territory, and I definitely make sure to acknowledge that I've lived an urban Indigenous experience.
Now, with knowing that you've been kind of all over the place, how do you think Indigenous reporting could be better in our province and in Canada?
Wow, I mean, I think the only way we can go at this point is up. There's so much that we can learn from other outlets that, you know, have been doing this and paving the way for a long time. My hope is that eventually we get to the point where we don't need these separate Indigenous sectors, that they become kind of part of the mainstream. But yeah, I mean, I think just really people-driven stories is the thing that's the biggest for me, especially because Indigenous people are such visual storytellers, and like it's all about the oral history. So let the people tell the story is kind of the biggest thing for me, for sure.
What kind of stories do you want to tell?
Oh, what kind of stories don't I want to tell? Yeah, I just really love people and people-driven stories, and I think that you can pull a lot from personal experiences. I know that sometimes the best stories that I've gotten have been when I tweet out announcing a new job. I'm like, send me tips about Bannock recipes or any story tips. And I get hundreds of DMs from people being like, this is happening in my community, this is what you should do, or noticing trends on social media and being like, how can we tap into these trends or answer questions that people may have about certain groups, and yeah, just how to make it all more palatable and more part of the everyday, where you don't have to go elsewhere to source your Indigenous content. You're just like, this is part of my everyday, I expect it, and yeah, that's what I hope for the best. Yeah.
All right, well, glad to have you on the show. We look forward to touching base with you in Ottawa.
Yes.
That's Haley Lewis, our Indigenous Hub editor.
The Agenda with Steve Paikin is brought to you by the Chartered Professional Accountants of Ontario, helping businesses stay on the right side of change with strategic thinking, insightful decisions, and business leadership. Are you on the right side of change? Ask an Ontario CPA.